I would say there's almost no value to having a contested divorce if it is in any way possible to have an uncontested divorce. Financially, it's going to cost you, you both have to hire trial lawyers to represent you, so, and that money's got to come from somewhere. And if you're married, it's coming from that same pot of property that should be divided between the two of you. Now you're going to have to use it to pay an attorney. Ultimately it is generally going to be tens of thousands of dollars. I've heard of them being hundreds of thousands of dollars. Candidly, I've never personally seen that, but I know they get pretty close. Then there's the toll on the parties. An uncontested divorce, Georgia's got a 30-day cooling off period. I mean, start to finish, about a month and a half, 2 months, you can have the thing done. A contested divorce, you serve the person, they've got 30 days to respond, you got 6 months of discovery, potentially mediation. I mean, it's not uncommon for a contested divorce to drag on for 1, 2 years, sometimes more. So, you end up with the parties still, they can't move on with their lives because they're still fighting, trying to end their marriage that they haven't been a part of, in fact, for, years now. And then if there's kids involved, yeah, it's a nightmare for the kids, the contested divorce. I mean, I've seen parents that try to keep the kids out of it, but, ultimately that's one of the big things in the divorce is who gets custody, what is visitation, what is in the child's best interest. So it's practically impossible to keep them out of it. An uncontested divorce, you work things out, you pick, along with your spouse, you pick how you want post-divorce custody to look like, whether it's 50-50, week on, week off, one parent primary, the other having alternating weekends. You guys get together and work it out. In a contested divorce, obviously, you argue about it, and then ultimately a judge decides, and 90% of the time, neither one of you is going to be happy with what the judge does anyway. But in a contested divorce, you set all that stuff yourself, and then you can put it in place, and you can kind of make the transition as smooth as possible for the child. So, one day, mom and dad are living together. Next day it's a bit jarring because I'm with whichever parent, but you can quickly kind of get into the new normal, or the child can, and in a way that's not really possible with a contested divorce. So money, stress, well-being of the kids. Yeah, I can't think of a single way that a contested divorce is better than an uncontested divorce.